Welcome to the mat today. I'm Summer. So happy to have you here. Today is all about some sweet, delicious hip opening. So take a good seat. Be sure to click subscribe so you never miss a class. We have 3 brand new classes that come out every week, and these are short snippets, doable practices to really meet you in your full and busy life. So know that consistency is more powerful than 1 or 2 long practices every now and then. Okay, make it something that's part of everything you do. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you know you're going to do your practice in some way. It's going to help feed everything that you do. So happy to have you here. Take a comfortable seat. Join me in Sukhasana, cross shins. So if you need to, sit up a little bit higher, and that's if your knees are rounding up and your back is rounding. It would be better to elevate so you can really leverage sitting tall. Place your hands on your knees, and I want you to do simple yet delicious movement like the pelvic clock, as we call it. So you're allowing the weight to shift as you just explore weight coming towards 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock, almost like you're hula hooping. And feel that you're rolling around the base of the sits bones. These are the pelvic floor bones. When you sit down, all the weight comes down, anchoring in to these 2 fixed points. Pause and reverse the flow. And just really let your body sensation, whatever you're working with today, let it be part of the experience. You're not trying to make it go away. So if you've been ill or your back's not been feeling hot or your hips cranky, right? Bring that here. Let that be part of how you listen, how you learn, how this practice can serve and support you. Finish this next little movement and then sit up nice and tall. And now as you still hold your knees here, inhale, look up, arch your back, and exhale, round chin to chest and rock back on the back of the sitting bones. Go back and forth, and you'll feel this through the whole spine. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, round in. You can go slowly or pick up the pace more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I do like to close my eyes. We'll do about 3 more. The whole spine is getting to open and close. And then pause. Put your hands on your inner knees. Push down with your hands. Resist up with your knees. Take 2 breaths. This is so lovely for stabilizing the sacrum, the bone right above your tailbone. Really good for your pelvis. Beautiful. And then we'll come to all 4s. So slide any props off to the side. Hands and knees. And just like we did there, put your hands nice and broad, fingers under your shoulders, knees under your hips so they're separated a little. Start to draw your circles. And as you go, just really see what feels good. Notice if there's a part of the clock that gets a little rusty and just kind of maybe rock through that a little extra, right? A little forward and back. And then reverse your circles. Keep pushing the floor away with your hands. That's going to activate some core tone here. We're always in that interplay of stability and mobility. And then pause here, tuck your toes. Move your hands a good handprint farther forward. And here we go, downward facing dog. Now step your feet outer hip distance with bent knees so you can untuck the pelvis, meaning lift your sits bones as high as you can. Take some deep breaths. Feel your hands spreading every part of the hand to the mat. Push the floor away. Begin to drive your upper thighs towards the back of the mat. Maybe straighten the legs more and more. As long as you don't tuck the pelvis as I'm showing here. You don't want to get that rounded back. You're trying to untuck. So if you can't do that with straight legs, bend the knees the whole way. Take another breath. Lower your knees down. And now from here, we're going to take the left leg around. You might need to use your hands into a figure 4. So the toes tuck underneath and my knee is down on the ground. You can always put a prop there if you need and just rock a little forward and back. And then hold that position for a moment. You're going to sit back a little bit more in your hips. Arms are reaching forward. And then keeping the figure four as you come more upright, right toes are tucked. See if you can use your leg strength, your thigh strength to lift up and back to dog. Again, you can keep the right knee bent the whole time or work towards straight. And then everyone bend the right knee a little more and see if you can come on the outer edge of that right heel. You could stay with left fingertips on the floor or open your left arm to the sky. Bend the right knee and straighten. One more. That's going to heat us up. Circle the left hand down, back to dog. Slowly, slowly repeat, lowering down, back to that all fours in the table position. And then you'll unthread. See if you can do it without your hands. Right leg comes around. So feel free to use your hands. I say that just to play if that's available. Rock back and forth. Then rock back a little bit. And you can walk your hands out. You can even grip the sides of the mat like you're pulling forward as you lower your chest more. Deep breath. And then ease your way into setting up for dog here. Left toes are tucked. You're going to push forward and down in your hands to lift. Left knee either bent or towards straight for a moment. Pressing right knee away from your chest. And now bend your left knee. You're going to ground down. That heel turns in. And then open right arm to the sky or keep the right hand down. Bend and straighten. It is helpful for balance to look down. And it's hard. Have fun. Circle the hand back. And this time we're going to just unthread back to downward dog. Well done. Look forward. Bring your left leg forward for pigeon prep. So that means your left knee is wider than the hip. Now with your back leg, you're going to turn the hip open a little and bring the heel in, foot in a little bit. See if you can hold the shin and move the knee back slightly more behind you. With your hands now bracing the floor, twist over your left knee. Maybe come down on your right elbow, take a nice breath. Try to do a little bit more cat back here. So less hammock in your ribs, more lift your ribs to the sky. And then walk your hands upright, arms straight. With your back foot, grab a hold of the foot, any amount with the right hand holding the right foot. You're going to press the heel to the outer hip. Nice sweet thigh stretch variation. And then as you let go, that back leg will straighten. We're going to put the hands in front and come out of that left hip so we're no longer sitting on it. We're right down the middle actually. And then fold perhaps onto your forearms or onto a block, or if you can, stack your forearms or rest your forehead down low. Now flex and flare your toes. Push the floor away here. Create a little more tone. Take some sweet breath. Classic hip opener here. One more breath. Beautiful. And then walk your hands in, downward dog, just to feel left side and right side. Feel the difference here as you walk it out for a moment. Starting to really free up tension held in the lower body. Notice how it frees up your breathing, maybe even your mood. Look forward. Right knee comes forward, pigeon. Knee is wider than the hip. You can see my leg is to the side more. And then we're going to bend the back leg. So now I'm sitting on that right buttock. You can fully see here. I'm going to grab the foot, the top of the shin there, and just pull the knee back a little bit. Okay, and the foot can kind of slide as wherever you need it to be there. Walk your hands over to the right. So you're bowing over your right knee. Stay high or come low with left elbow down. Push the floor away just enough to lift your ribs up. Try not to collapse your ribs down. Feel all the parts of you touching the floor. You're resisting down into that. And now, as you straighten your arms, the left hand reaches for that back leg. Pull the heel in for the thigh stretch. The right arm doesn't move. You're sitting in the right buttock, shoulders back. Your legs are kind of like half of an X. They're right on the diagonal from center of pelvis through that back left knee, all the way out through the front right knee. One more breath here. And then as you release the back foot, use your hands in front of you to square the weight. So now you can really see I'm no longer seated on that right hip. I'm not collapsing to the left. I'm really using my arm support and my leg strength as I bow right down the middle here. Feel free to stack your forearms or fists or put a block there as you fold in. Gently push the floor away through your legs. Take your time. We're going to have a seat. Bring your left leg all the way around. Bend the knees with the hands behind you just for a moment. Do a little windshield wiper side to side. And then pause. Take your sitting bones and move them back a little. Arch your low back more. Cross left ankle over right. Figure 4. Press your left knee away. You could stay there or build in a twist. Left arm can cross over. If that's hard, you can make a fist and use your forearm. You're going to peek over your right shoulder. Take one more breath. Slowly look straight ahead and release. To come in, if you need it to be a little bit more accessible, move your left leg farther out, and then you can pull the heel closer in. If you feel really tucked under in the pelvis, you want to move your sitting bones back, arch your back, maybe sit higher up if it's really hard. Feel free to stay right down the middle. Chest up, shoulders are broad, top of throat, top of ears back, so your whole spine is in alignment. And perhaps we'll twist. Take the left hand a little bit more behind you, right arm either bent arm or make your fist form to sole of foot. Push and resist. Look straight ahead. Inhale to release. And then straighten your legs out. Recline all the way back. Stretch your arms out with great care, great symmetry. Give your feet a little shake. Feel as you keep doing that, your entire legs, all the way up to your hip joints, are rolling back and forth, back and forth. And then let them fall where they fall. Use your hands for a moment. Reach under your glutes, pull left and right, away from the spine. And as you drop in more deeply now for a little moment of rest, imagine you had sandbags on your thighs. Nice and settled, deeply relaxed. Feel free to stay as long as you wish here. Really be a sponge soaking in the power of these hip opening poses today. Be sure to like, comment, let us know what feels good, what kind of classes you want. We love hearing from you, our community members. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you next class. Namaste.